Hello, 456 families, and welcome to Curriculum Night via Zoom recording. I'm very glad you're taking the time to watch the presentation and learn a little bit more about how our class is structured and what to expect. I'm going to share my screen. One of the first and most important things that I want the students to walk away from is learning the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. And that struggle is how we learn. Mistakes are how we learn. And it's really important to understand that as we're learning new things. Everyone struggles with something at some point, and it's finding a way to find the grit and work through it in order to learn and keep continuing learning. So we talk about this quite a bit in class. We're building a thinking community, and we will do a lot of, we practice listening skills. What does it look like to be a good listener? Speaking skills, we practice that through our current events, presentations, our Genius Hour presentations, talking back and forth in class, discussions with our teammates and small groups. We learn how to be a courteous when we respond and be a courteous listener. What does that look like? How to respond to others' point of view respectfully, how to disagree. You may not agree with whatever someone is saying, but can you disagree respectfully? And thinking critically and evaluating responses and your own work as well as peers. Our reading curriculum is through Fountas and Pinnell. And we have a variety of reading options. We have read alouds. We are engaging in our first book club this week, where students are choosing a book where 6 other people from the class are reading the same book. And then we get into a conversation about the different components of the story and what grabbed them and really kind of digging into a good story. We also have independent reading books through the curriculum as well as the library, and word study, taking words apart, looking how words are built, finding the meaning behind words based on study spelling patterns. Then we also have a class novel, historical fiction, that will go through our social studies, Pioneers and Native American story that we'll all read as a whole class. Okay, independent reading challenge. We're doing the Tower of Books this year. Students will read 30 books, various genres. So this first one is genre specific. So it's trying to get students to kind of branch out from where their comfort zone is and maybe investigate something else that might be interesting to them. As they each have a tower here in the classroom, and as they finish a book, they either fill out a summary form for fiction or nonfiction, depending on the book, and they turn that in, and then they get a book to put on their tower. A lot of fun. Language arts, in addition to the reading, we have the writing processes that we're teaching of informative, persuasive, and narrative writing. We will go through that throughout the whole year, not just through writing, but also through the other subjects as well. Speaking and listening, we have presentations, quite a few presentations, small group discussions, and then our Genius Hour presentations and communication. Grammar and vocabulary, we are using the Fountas and Pinnell word study and being a writer grammar. Social studies. This year we are learning about Washington State history. We are learning about the land itself and how the structure of the land helps with the resources and how the first settlers came in and migrated and used the resources to survive, and kind of the relationship between humans and the resources. And that's a lot of fun. Also looking at our weekly current events presentations, where students, a handful of students each week will research a current event article and present it to the class. And we then have a discussion maybe about what we know about it or what we don't understand about something else that's going on in the world, not just here in Snohomish, but globally. For science, we will be doing some scientific method experiments, as well as the engineering, the design process, practicing that through different challenges. We are also looking at Washington's natural resources to tie in with social studies, but it is a science unit, and how we use our Washington resources. And we also have the FOSS science kits. In the winter, we will get the landforms, which will also tie into our Washington State history. And then in the spring, learn about mixtures and solutions. Our math and problem solving, we use the big ideas curriculum for the older grades, 6th and 7th, and then math expressions curriculum. We also on Fridays have a problem of the week, where we are looking at a specific problem and coming up with learning some strategies for how should we solve the problem efficiently and organize it, and then apply and have those conversations. And if you have any more questions on math, please let me know. Health. Students will, there is a health curriculum through the district. Human growth and development will be one of them, where we do talk about HIV and AIDS, and also talking about decision-making skills. These classes are divided by grade level. So 4th grader will not get a 6th grade content. And this is more later in the school year, and more information about these will be coming out through the district website or the school office. And again, please let me know if you have questions, but I will definitely let you know once this is coming up. For social emotional learning, it's really important that we are recognizing how we feel and things we can do if we're feeling too stressed out or not feeling confident and those things. So we're really looking at the curriculum we use as PAS, and it's really looking at how to recognize what we're feeling, ways we can calm ourselves, applying strategies that they teach us. And it really is a great curriculum for teaching us how to work with others in a respectful way. Also, our counselor, Miss Jamie, will come in and teach some lessons throughout the year. Homework expectations. So homework in class is really anything that you're not able to finish in class. I do know that everyone has a life outside of school, and that homework is something where you can practice what we've learned at school. So if students are not able to finish their classwork during the day, then it becomes homework and it's due the next day. They will put anything unfinished in their planner. We do have special projects monthly. We have book projects that are due at the end of every month. Genius Hour will be due before winter break, and then current events. If it is your week, you have a project that's due at the end of the week. If your student is not feeling well, please keep them at home. Once I hear from the office, if it is COVID related, I will contact you and we can come up with a plan for learning at home. The Canvas page is open and there is a link for learning at home. Please go look around the Canvas page. I will go through it with the students if there's anything missing there. Hard copies of assignments can be picked up, but that's something that we can talk about picking up any math materials and writing materials and reading materials if you are quarantining. If you're sick, I really want you to get better. So, but we can, please contact me or I will contact you once I hear that you'll be out for a while. There will be conferences. These are student parent teacher conferences, and I feel it's really important to have the student involved in the conference since this is their learning and we want to support them in their projects. So in November, we will have a student parent teacher conference. And then later in March, it will be your choice if you want to meet and discuss how your student's doing. More information will be coming about the November conferences later. I want to thank you for attending this presentation. It is a little weird to be on a Zoom by yourself, but I can feel the energy out there. And I just want to say I've really, really appreciated the support and the kindness from you and your students. Very respectful group of kids. And I'm very excited for what we're going to be learning this year. Thank you so much. If you need to get a hold of me, here's my email, the phone number for the classroom, and then there's always the Canvas page. Thank you so much for coming.